back, everybody. It is now 6:40. Joining us this morning is Danetta Barker. She's here to talk about Saturday's Herman Chittison celebration in Flemingsburg and talk about this. A lot of people may have not heard of Herman because he's been gone for about 40 years, but he was a very famous guy back in the 20s and 30s.
He was very famous. He grew up in Fleming County. He played at the Strawberry Methodist Church. It still stands on Water Street in Flemingsburg. He left when he was in his teens to go to college in Nashville. And then from there, he went to Cincinnati. He worked at a hotel. He came in contact with musicians. He learned to play the piano when he was 3 years old. His father was a street musician, and he just picked it up naturally. And then he went on to play with Zach White and the Chocolate Brobummels. And then there was several other bands.
Ethel Waters you work with, Adelaide
Ethel
Hall,
Waters,
Clarence Williams, some big names.
Louis Armstrong,
Yeah.
Pearl Bailey, and he probably about half of his career was spent in Europe and Egypt. He lived in Egypt for several years.
Of course, this was the jazz age, the 20s and 30s, and we're listening to some of the music in the background behind us, and that's the kind of music people, if they come up to Flemingsburg, will hear this weekend at the festival. Talk about the lineup of people, when the music starts, etc.
The music starts at 10:30 Saturday. We kick off with Keith Hubbard and the Hubcaps. They're followed by Mitch Barrett. He's from Berea, Kentucky. He's local. We have Willie Ames, Jay Flippin, and Gordon Towle. Jay Flippin is a music professor at Morehead State University. He writes jingles for commercials. He goes all over the country to play. And then at 5 we have Fathead Davis and the Skeleton Keys. They're based out of Cincinnati. They play a lot in Maysville, Kentucky. Then we're going to honor the Herman Chittison family. We have about 10 members who are going to be there. And then the headlining band is the Irwin Stuckey Omega Jazz Quartet.
And it's going to be a great weekend weather-wise for that, so head up there. Once again, that's at City.
It's at the City Park in
Right.
Flemingsburg, Kentucky on Electric Avenue.
And the cost?
It's free.
There you go. Best cost you can get. Danetta Barker, thank you for stopping by. And speaking of that great weather, Mary will give you your forecast again coming up after the break.